Hello, I'm Jonathan Nelson with the Texas Academy of Family Physicians, and this is your Capitol Report. The 81st Texas Legislature got off to a slow start this session, as Representative Joe Strauss of San Antonio became the state's new Speaker of the House and faced the daunting task of appointing new leadership positions to important House committees. Now lawmakers are working double time to catch up. Here's a rundown of some of the bills to watch early in the session. House Bill 1876 by Representative Warren Chisholm of Pampa is a bill TAFP has been working on for months. It would consolidate the various state loan repayment programs under one umbrella and significantly increase their funding in hopes of bringing more primary care physicians to underserved areas. With the sunset of the Texas Department of Insurance on the docket, managed care issues are front and center this session, with plenty of bills to track. House Bill 531 by Representative Rafael Anchia of Dallas and its companion, Senate Bill 485 by Senator and family physician Robert Duell of Greenville, would require health plans to be more transparent about how they calculate medical loss ratios. That way, the public can find out how much of the premium dollars they pay go to health costs rather than administrative costs and profit for insurance companies. In the public health arena, Senate Bill 891 by Senator Jane Nelson of Flower Mound would require school districts to set specific goals for their physical education curricula, and Senate Bill 61 by Senator Judith Zaffirini of Laredo would raise the required age for kids to ride in booster seats from 5 to 8. In 2001, TAFP and other physician organizations agreed to a moratorium on scope of practice battles with nurse practitioners. After 6 years of relative calm, that moratorium is over, and nurse practitioners have come out with guns blazing in hopes of achieving independent practice. House Bill 696 by Representative Rob Orr of Burleson would completely do away with physician prescriptive delegation to advanced practice nurses. Instead, the bill would institute prescriptive agreements, essentially allowing physicians and nurses to establish their own guidelines for collaboration through unlimited, open-ended contracts with no minimum standard of supervision. The bill would allow nurse practitioners to treat a full range of health problems, including the prescribing of dangerous Schedule II pharmaceuticals in hospitals, offices, and schools, so long as they're not barred from doing so in their prescriptive agreements. The Associate Director of the San Jacinto Family Practice Residency Program, Dr. Rebecca Gladue, says that when you consider the vast difference in education between primary care physicians and nurse practitioners, there's just no comparison.
They don't have that expertise of dealing with complex problems, and they might miss subtle problems that a patient might come in with that a physician would pick up on. They may not get the diagnosis. They may not have so many differential in their mind of what might be going on. Nurses follow a recipe of finding a diagnosis and treatment plan, whereas a doctor learns the differential diagnosis, learns the pathology, and deals with the patients that way and is able to prescribe medicine that way. It's very, very different.
When you're in the exam room, wouldn't you like to be able to discuss with your patient exactly what services are covered by their insurance and what they'll owe you at the end of the visit? Wouldn't you like to be able to collect that money then rather than having to bill for it later? Well, one bill filed this session would require that health plans provide that information to physicians electronically. For more on the Instant Verification of Benefits bill, here's TAFP's Kate McCann.
As the cost of health insurance climbs and patients pay for more of their health costs out of their own pockets, doctors and patients need access to the details of their coverage while they're in the exam room. Today, this isn't the case. Patients often don't know what services are covered under their plan, what their copay is, or how much of their deductible they've already spent. Representative Jose Menendez of San Antonio hopes to rectify this problem with House Bill 1342.
You know, with the technology we have today, it's just a matter of getting some computer systems to talk to each other. And the health insurance companies have to know what their insurance, provides, what their coverage provides. And I'm sure that with a simple identification number, they know what each patient's deductible is, what their copays are. So if they have that in place, why can't they share that information with their doctors?
Menendez's bill and its companion, Senate Bill 863 by Senator Chris Harris of Arlington, would require health insurance to provide instant verification of coverage to physicians at the point of service. That would include what services are covered, what the plan intends to pay, and what the patient's out-of-pocket costs will be, so doctors and their patients can have meaningful discussions about treatment options. For TAFP News, I'm Kate McCann.
This week, TAFP launched a brand new resource for anyone interested in the patient-centered medical home. Go to www.medicalhomeforall.com to watch dozens of videos of patients, physicians, business leaders, and policymakers discussing all aspects of the patient-centered medical home. And finally, let me invite you to attend TAFP's C. Frank Weber Lectureship and Interim Session, March 13th and 14th, right here in Austin. Go to the education pages of TAFP's website for more information and to register. For more in-depth coverage of these and other issues important to the family physicians of Texas, check out the news update block at tafp.org. Thank you for watching TAFP's Capital Report. I'm Jonathan Nelson. See you next time.